A very warm welcome to each and everyone on Secrets of Living a Full Life. So, as you all very well know, full life means a fearless, unstoppable, limitless, and loving life. So, today's topic we have is how to be the best in what you do. So, even that intention is really great that whatever you do, give it your 100%. I wouldn't say 100%, I would say give it your 1000%. And because I keep saying these things over and over again, and I take a lot of, what do you say, a lot of preparation in doing whatever I do. So, in my entire journey as a life coach and a leadership development catalyst, I have today we have done around 392 trainings. So I started my trainings with just a handful of students. I would say 10 students at Datta Mandir in Goregaon. And the transformation I saw really helped me, decide to do something for students who do not have self confidence. And confidence was first word that came to my mind. And I felt that if people had confidence and believed in themselves and was a master at communication, they would be able to achieve anything and everything in life. Hence, I started with 10 students, and as the journey went off, my first training session was the topic was myself, and I must have done at least 57 workshops with the same title myself. But each of the 56 were very different because the audience was different. So though I was doing the same thing, I had a particular module, yet I would want to add something more or delete certain things because the audience was different. And because I wanted to give my best to them. And it was not only the best, I wanted to be better than the best. So whenever you do something and you have an intention of wanting to give your best, now automatically you will be giving much more than what is expected out of you. So the first thing in becoming, or rather doing, what is required to be the best in your field is first to set the intention. And I'm so glad that you're all here to speak about how you can be the best in what you do. So we will start with a small quote. Always remember, you are braver than you believe and stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. So, with this quote, we will start the discussion today on how to be the best in what you do. So, anything that you do, even if it is just saying thank you to somebody, do it in the best possible way. Okay. So we start with the first group. Akash, can you not have your video on? And
One
Rishon?
minute, ma'am. Some technical problem. 1 minute.
Okay. Rishon, what about you?
Online, ma'am.
Yeah. Rishon, what about you? Hello.
Yes, ma'am. It's turned on, but for some reason my face camera is not showing
Log
to
out
me.
and log in.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, log out and log in. Okay. So, who is the first group? Abhipushpa and Atharva, can we start with you all?
Yes.
All right.
So should I
Yes, ma'am.
share now?
Huh, I have already given you the share option, so you
Okay.
can do that.
So
Put
it
it on the
is
slideshow.
visible,
Put it
right?
on the slideshow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a minute. Just a minute. Um, can you stop sharing for a moment? Because I want to
Yeah.
take Atharva also. Atharva, I'll pin you.
Hmm.
Yeah, now you can share. Wow. Very nice. Start.
Okay, so hello everyone. Today, the topic for today is how can you be the best at what you do? Now, uh, when you think about being best at what you do, you always think that, okay, I've achieved my goal. So it's
Mm,
like being successful. So when a person is given to be like, what do you want to be like? Like being liked or being respected? In regards to this, I'm going to tell a story. So the story goes like this. There is a guy named Jack who is a kind person and he wants everyone to like him. From a young age, he has learned like nice, agreeable, agreeable
Manners.
and manners and being like he does not involve any conflicts with anyone and he didn't didn't disagree with anyone at work or wherever he was. He was also sometimes regarded as the yes man, but
Mm,
like because he was liked by his colleagues because he did not cause him any trouble and everything.
mm,
Now now this Jack's behavior, it was like it was throughout his life. So even in meetings he stayed quiet, always agreeing with the majority, hiding his true opinions. And
mm,
he thought that pleasing everyone will make everyone like him and he would be happy.
mm,
And but on the inside he felt empty because the friendships he cultivated was sometimes shallow and
mm,
living a life which was not truly his.
mm,
And this constant thought of suppressing one's thought, it took a toll on his mental health. But he was like, I am liked, so I am happy with that itself.
mm,
Now, there is another character in our story who is Max. So, Max, on the other hand, he had a clear purpose. From when he was young, he had a burning passion for environment conservation.
mm,
Now, he dedicated his life to like the cause of he studied environmental science, volunteering
mm,
in plantation groups, or he then after his college he even started a non-profit organization for environment conservation.
mm,
Now Max is dedicated to his goals and he's like, if I want to go do this, I will do this. I don't want anyone to interfere in my work or which can lead to my goal being not attainable. So like if anyone is interrupting his work, he is able to talk to them and be like he is able to put forth his opinions.
mm,
And this like authenticity and like his truthfulness to his work and his passion in his work was like he became an influence to other people
mm,
and he was often invited to conferences who admired his knowledge and commitment.
mm,
Now these two characters meet one day. There is a community for tree plantation and they organize an event in which Jack attends with his friends as a support because they just invited him over there. And Max is the keynote speaker of the event. Now, during this event, there is always the event goes around, and there are many policies which are hindering the environment
mm,
and but are very beneficial to people and everyone. So there, Max, being very passionate for his work and being strict to his goal of environment conservation, he was able to stand up to those other companies and argued against the fact that these are like causing harm to the environment. Even if its business is beneficial to the business, it's still harmful to the environment, and you cannot grow a business if there is no environment to live in.
correct.
So seeing this, Jack felt a lot of envy and he was like, I am also like, but why after seeing him, I feel envious? Why is he
Mm,
so respected, admired? But he is arguing with everyone, but he still is respected and admired. Not,
mm, mm,
he's like going on a different path, still people look up to him.
mm,
So from this story, we see that when a person wants to be liked, he bounds himself in a shell, which is like suppressing him. But
correct.
while a person is going to achieve his goals, just being successful, he earns respect, he earns being admired, he earns being liked.
Mm,
So that's why I'm going to now present to you that why do people want to be successful rather than just being liked? Why be successful? So
Correct.
next slide.
I think you need to
So
explain just a minute before you say that. You have put it
hmm,
here. I think you can
yeah.
just go through the previous points
Hmm,
of what it is to be liked, because there are,
hmm,
I would say, more than 75% of the
yeah.
people just want to be liked. So if you could throw some light on that,
Yes.
what are the benefits of being liked?
So seeking someone's approval, like you often change your opinions that if you're not going through with the opinion, you're
Hmm.
just being like, okay, the majority is going to have, okay, the majority is going to have vada pav today. I want to have samosa, but no, majority is going to have vada pav, so I will go and have that with them.
So
Like
you kill
avoiding
your
conflict.
desires. You kill your
Yeah.
desires just to be
Hmm.
with the herd. So it's like the
Yes.
herd mentality.
Hmm. Then
Yeah.
like overly accommodating, like not putting yourself before someone else, like always being like, okay, I am there for you. Whatever happens, I'm there for you. But there are some times where you have to be respectful about yourself too. Not just
Correct. That
being,
means he's not setting his boundaries.
yes, not setting his boundaries. And there is
Okay.
fear of rejection, which is like you feel
Hmm.
like if someone feels bad about my opinion, then they will remove me from the group. I will not be
Ah.
part of the same group. I will have to be alone. And
Ah.
therefore, we try to be like, yeah, we will stay like this only, liked by everyone, and not be free. It's like
Correct.
bound in a certain way, but we don't come to know about it because we just develop these kinds of habits.
So that binding gives you a sense of security.
Hmm.
And you don't want to break free of that security because you don't trust yourself.
Yes. So why just being successful is the thing which I'm going to do on the next slide. Like,
Just a minute. I think,
hmm,
no, these are good points. Go back again.
hmm,
Over accommodating and fear of
hmm,
rejection. Yes, you said these things.
hmm.
Now, here, I just wanted to stop sharing. I want to have a discussion here. Can you stop sharing and come back?
Abhi push.
Yeah, Pushpa, you can stop sharing. Because you spoke about a valid point. And the
Hmm,
point that you spoke about was just because we need to be in agreement with everyone, otherwise, we will be like out of the group.
hmm,
I am sure each and every one of you must have faced this. कि अगर
hmm,
तुमको हमारे साथ रहना है तो हम जो करते ये करना पड़ेगा. So specifically, you all youngsters must have come across, different situations where आपके values और principles match नहीं कर रहे आपके group के साथ.
hmm.
So was it easy? Was it difficult for you to say a no to what they are asking, which is not agreeing to your values?
Like when we are with them, we feel like okay, we will just go with it. But after some time, when we come back home after doing the activities and everything, we feel like we itself feel down. Like why did I do this? I did not like to do it only. Like if we are going somewhere, it's like a money waster, and you have just waste. After coming back home, you are like, if I did not go, it would have been good only. It was not
Right.
like needed
So
for me to go.
yes. So my son the other day was saying, like, where he was working in an MNC, they all decided to go out for a party, socials. And he said, and the charges were 1,000 rupees. Okay. So maybe for 3 hours or something in some place that they had selected. And he says, I don't want to come. He said, Are, come, everybody is coming. What you'll do alone? Come with us. So he said, See, I don't drink. मेरे को दारू वारू का शौक नहीं है और मैं क्या करूं वहां पे आके. So he said, No, we can have a good time. And he said, I don't drink. So they said, Are, you don't drink? What do you mean? How do you party without drinks? And then he comes home and he tells me, Mama, I straight away told that I'm not coming. मैं एक तो मैं जाने का उधर, मैं जो नहीं पसंद है मुझे वो पीने का, और ऊपर से नाचने में मेरा ही एनर्जी जाता है, और उसके लिए मैं किसी को 1,000 रुपया दूं. Why should I do it? So he thought about it very logically like a businessman, and he said, This is at loss for me. It is not, I mean, it is not conducive to my value system. So why should I do that? So my question to you is, whenever such kind of things happen, it is better to be your authentic self, because one day or the other people will know your true self. So how long can you fake that you enjoy what you really don't enjoy?
Yeah.
Correct? But sometimes it is difficult. I'll share my own experience. We had gone to Goa and everybody said we'll go pubbing. I have never gone pubbing before and I don't know what it is. So I said, chalo, curiosity hai. Dhoondna hai ke what is pubbing? So I went there and it was so much of smoke and the dancing I really enjoyed. So I danced myself, but the smoke and all was not that good. And then I felt like, acha, ye hota hai pubbing. This is what is there. But you know what? Everybody was drinking and I literally felt like having something. I am sorry to say, but I literally felt like having, though I didn't have. That's a different matter altogether. But because you see everybody do it and everybody enjoy it, you feel like क्यों नहीं यार try करते हैं. And उसको resist करने का जो will power है ना, वो बहुत strong होना चाहिए. तो ही आप resist कर सकते हैं. So I was just thinking about young guys like you all and girls like you, that हो सकता है you all really feel attracted towards it, and because everybody is doing it, when I at this maturity felt like it, though I didn't do, that's a different thing, but I felt like it. So it is natural that you have to have a very, very strong willpower to really stay true to your own values. But the thing is, most of us do not know what are our values. So, nugget of thought to each and everyone who's watching this, young, old, child, whoever, what are your core values? At least try to mention 3 core values that you have. What are those 3 things which you will never compromise with? What are those things that make you you? And it is only because of your values, because of your attitude, like the story that you spoke about Max. He had that drive for environmental conservation. He was passionate about it, and his passion was not fake. It was not just for business. It was because he really felt for the environment. And that is why he spoke out when he found that whatever regulations were being passed had a sort of, things where certain areas of the environment would be compromised. Right? So this definitely is a topic to discuss. And I would like to ask each of you here, have you ever faced such a situation and how was it? Were you able to say no? Or did you have to say yes?
I would like to share an incident,
Yeah, sure.
but it's not about saying no. Like we were going out to a place.
Hmm.
I had some different opinion,
Hmm.
and my group had some different opinion. Like there were majority members there.
Okay.
So instead of agreeing to them, I like stood up to my point. Like yeah, place अच्छा है, इसमें ही जाते हैं.
Hmm.
And here you know, first they said no, like, and then like 2-3 people came with me. So the whole group came with me. So I was like, stand up to the point. Like, see, alcohol
Wow.
may be like, it's harmful. Like, it's harmful.
Correct.
Stand up and it's like, मैं juice पीता हूँ. So 2-3 people will join you. So the whole group will join you. Like, it's because of the
Superb.
mentality. Like,
Superb. I think he deserves a huge round of applause for taking that stand. So I feel like it is Mahatma Gandhi who was a one lone person who stood up for non-violence when everybody was for violence. So even if one person, if you're strong in your intention to stand up for what you believe in, you definitely will get followers. As simple as that. Right? So superb. So we go forward to anybody else would like to share?
Like for me, once all of this right now, it's a trend to be bad, to be like not old school and everything. But one thing which, as you said, there are 3 things which we believe in. So
Right.
from day one, I have just showcased myself that I'm not interested in all of this. So like
Hmm.
from day one, they have understood as in ki, if they want to do, they are free to do, but we can't force her.
Wow. So this
Uh,
is being your authentic self.
Yeah, even I felt that, ma'am, that we
Just
should
a
be
minute,
greater.
Akash. Let me finish. So this is what it means to be an authentic self. So दुनिया झुकती है, झुकाने वाला चाहिए, right? Malai stood up for his point. Karina stood up for her what she believes in. So if you believe in what you're doing, the world will definitely start believing in you. Thank you, Karina. Yes, Akash.
Ma'am, I totally agree with her that we should be greater and be more like our self, our real self.
Yeah,
And means I also first had problem of not listening, but now I think that it's still working. It's trying to work and help me in that, finding my real self.
yeah. So you had a need to actually be with people and find that security, but then you realized that no, it is better to be authentic than being popular. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, Akash.
welcome.
We will continue with the presentation. Yes, Abhi Pushpa. Yes.
Okay, so a person wants to be successful. So why should he be successful? Why not only be liked and be accepted everywhere? Why one wants to be successful?
Hmm.
Firstly, it's for his personal fulfillment. He will feel the
Hmm.
satisfaction of self-satisfaction and accomplishment that, okay, I did something in life, I did this. The willpower takes you to the goal. That
Correct.
gives us satisfaction. And then there is the positive impact which we have on others. With our when successful individuals share their stories, it relays a positive response in other people and they get inspired to be like them. They take steps to change themselves and like in case of Max, when he started the environmental conservation project and everything, when people looked up to him, they also felt like, okay, environment is a thing that we need to save, and it's a thing that everyone should do, but everyone is like, itna time nahi hai. But looking at him, they get inspired and they start like, okay, we'll also plant one tree. Let's start by planting
Yes.
one trees, then we'll take care of it. In this way,
Correct.
when millions and billions of people do this, the environment can change so easily.
Very nice.
Then there is growth and development. On the journey to success, one just doesn't reach the goal. He takes the learnings, he has skills building up, he has self-improvement, and it helps to take him further beyond success to the ultimate success. Like success
Wow.
is not just his normal goal. He has the capability to reach the ultimate success after reaching success, like on the journey to success.
Awesome.
Then of course there is increased opportunities. If you're successful, you will grow more, you have more business, more
Hmm.
possibilities for your personal life also.
Hmm.
And that's why people approach success, because it gives them a sense of self-satisfaction.
Correct.
In the end, man is like, okay, I want to be the best, so I will do this and I will become the best. That's the power of will. That's the willpower. That's where willpower can take us.
True.
And in this process, I remember a quote from Three Idiots, that
Hmm.
is, सक्सेस के पीछे मत भाग, एक्सीलेंस के पीछे भाग, सक्सेस झक मार के पीछे आएगा.
अरे वाह, क्या
So
बात
now
है.
here excellence is the ultimate success. When you
Correct.
look forward to ultimate success, you will reach success very easily. So
Super.
therefore, there are some points that we need to follow, or some golden things that we do in order to approach success. Those are
Okay.
discipline, time management, thinking, and commitment. And to elaborate on these points, my friend Pushp and Akash will carry the presentation ahead. So Akash, over to you.
Super. Can I pin him? So you'll have to stop this and then allow Akash to be there. Stop the presentation and I will pin Akash. Yeah, now you can present. Akash, you're muted. Akash, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
We all know that discipline act as a very important role in our life or any person's life. Discipline act as a bridge between setting goals and achieving them. It allows you to stay focused on your objective and persist through challenges, ultimately helping you to turn your dreams into reality and help you achieve even greater results and or even greater heights. For instance, if you are a naturally gifted athletic, discipline would involve sticking to a training regimen to improve your skills and reach your full potential and refrain your talents. Well, basically, we all know whether it's studies or as training or exercise, discipline is a must factor as as it can help us to reach out our goals and develop a focus on reaching them, and sometimes can even help us achieve even greater achievement or aspects in our life.
Superb.
Time management. We all know that the most important thing in our life after discipline is time management. As time, much like money, doesn't waste for anyone, and we need to preserve it most. But we often know that there are many ways that time wasting can be identified and should be managed very carefully. Different time wasters are frequent interruption, procrastination, multitasking, lack of prioritization, social media, internet and browsing, and unproductive meeting. From these six, three are the most common in a person's life, like multitasking, procrastination, and social media and internet browsing. Procrastination is a term means like delaying something which can be done at the right time or delaying the time of the event. Seen and social media. Social media is also a major form of time waste in majority of people's life.
True.
As we spend a lot of time on social media by wasting the time. Therefore, these two areas are the aspect where it should be avoided and should be used equivalently for time management process. Thank you.
Superb.
Removing time wasters. As there are different ways where time management can happen in our daily life if we set up a discipline and a goal. Set clear goals, create a schedule, limit interruption, use productive tool, take breaks, review and adjust, and streamline meeting. Create a schedule and take breaks. Create a schedule basically is a good idea for time management as it helps us to note what to do and when to do at the day during the time. Take breaks. We all have seen that during study we have to take breaks. As if we continue for a longer time, our body might get exhausted and we need a long break. But there are few techniques from which we can quickly revise and help in our memory grasping, like two methods like Pomodoro technique and total recall method. Pomodoro means if we study for almost 20 minutes, then you can take 5 minutes of break. Or if you study for 30 to 35 minutes, you can take a break of 15 minutes. By continuing the Pomodoro technique, we can do more studies in very less time and can give body regular intervals, small interval of break that will help us to learn and memorize faster in our studies. Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah, so the next topic is mine, positive thinking. So for you to achieve a success, positive thinking plays a crucial role for success. Our mindset shapes our reality. When we approach challenges with a positive attitude or positively, we are more likely to see opportunities instead of obstacles. When we look at a challenge positively, we are more likely to find it rather than being difficult. We find the opportunities, the solutions that are there in that challenge. Positive thinking boosts our confidence and motivation, making it easy to tackle difficult tasks. So we get like an example of Thomas Edison. Everyone knows Thomas Edison was the one who invented light bulb. He initially faced countless failures before inventing the light bulb. Instead of seeing those failures as a setback, he viewed them as a step towards success. Thus, he famously stated that I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So he was always viewing his problems optimistically, which helped him have a great mindset. So embracing a mindset that believes in possibilities, visualizes success, and remains optimistic even in the face of setbacks is the great mindset.
Superb.
So the second point, the last point is commitment. Commitment is the foundation of excellence. There are no shortcuts to success. It requires hard work and discipline. Set clear goals and develop. Just like Akash said, for time management, we have to set clear goals and follow the schedule. But for following the schedule, you must have commitment towards the goal. This helps you break your goals into smaller and manageable tasks and tackle them one by one. For example, one example that I can give is like in the photo, you can see the mountain climber. So
Yeah.
he's committed towards climbing the mountain and reaching his goal. So it is not easy as it is not easy to climb a mountain. He must first create schedule of his training, then practice it, and then he can achieve his goal. Another
Correct.
example is of Elon Musk. So he faced immense challenges with his company SpaceX that was launching rockets into the space.
Mm.
Initially, few of his launches were not going as planned and they were a failure. So many doubted the future of his company. However, Elon Musk's unwavering commitment and relentless work ethic led to the success of SpaceX, making it a leader in a space exploration and innovation. This example highlights how dedication and perseverance can turn ambitious dreams into reality.
Superb.
So to conclude, I would like to say that being the best at you want do requires a blend of many things like discipline, commitment, time management, and mindset. Believe in your potential, stay dedicated, and watch how these principles transform your journey into excellence. Thank you.
Superb. Can give them a huge round of applause. Well, this was much beyond my expectations. So, whatever I had expected, you have done much beyond that. So, I really feel happy that you are taking the learnings very well and implementing it exactly like, how I wished that you would do it. You have had a style of your own. And that is what Management Me School of Confidence wants you to be. Create a style of your own and, a niche for yourself in this world. And that is how you can reach the level of excellence, right? So, very beautifully presented. Once again, give them a huge round of applause.
Thank you,
Really
ma'am.
nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So even Akash, your tone has been better. You are not unnecessarily dragging your words. You're being concise. That's really great. So whatever Atharva said about the story about Max is really making me think, because today in the morning, if you see, I'd sent you a video in the group. Had you all
Yeah.
seen that? Malay has seen it? So
Yes.
it just happened after sending that video, I go into the kitchen and I saw a big mango, which I was supposed to cut and eat. And I said, today I don't want to cut the mango. I just felt like eating it. Like जैसे पहले अपन वो गोल के पीते हैं ना उस तरह से. So I just went on doing, and I found a technique by which, without dropping anything, I very nicely had the mango, and then the seed just came out. And as the seed came out, I remembered what that person was saying, to donate the seeds. I immediately washed it with water and cleaned it properly and set it out to dry. So I thought that I will share this with all of you and say that if you want to do the same, you can bring it to Management Me School of Confidence. I will pack it and we will courier it to the place that they are asking. So I am so happy that one thought triggered the other. And again, I was just thinking, ये रोज करने को होगा क्या? Till when will we do it? At least once or twice we should be doing it. Is there going to be consistency in what we do? And so beautifully, as if the universe wanted me to take it up as a project, Atharva came up with a story related to Max. And Max is also into environmental conservation. And he spoke about how when we grow trees, the environment will be more conserved. And this thought came to my mind that every seed that you give out can help the farmer in creating another mango tree, and that tree can be there for years to come. And there can be so many organisms like the birds, the bees, so many other organisms who live in that tree. More than 2000 species of living organisms can stay on a tree. So it's a house for all those organisms. So your one action of getting the seed of the mango, cleaning it up, and then sending it to the farmers will definitely go a long way in you being a contributor to the environment. बहुत बड़ा नहीं करना है, पर कुछ छोटी छोटी बातें करके बड़ा होना है, right? So
Yes.
ये बहुत अच्छा था ना, real
Yes,
moment.
actually, when I saw that video, then only I got the idea of the story. So like the
Oh
story idea
wow!
originated from the video itself. I was like,
See,
when my grandfather plants a mango tree, then I will be able to get mangoes every year in the
wow,
falls. So
superb,
it
superb.
related very nicely.
Yeah. So actually, whatever you do, and you are made to do by the universe. So universe को जो रचना है ना, जो काम करवा के लेना है, वो कैसे न कैसे through mediums like us, they try to bring it forward, and then the revolutions happen. And another one thing that you three of you said in your presentation was about the need for growth. So every individual requires to risk and grow. क्योंकि रुका हुआ आदमी और ठहरा हुआ पानी सड़ जाता है, रुका हुआ आदमी और ठहरा हुआ पानी सड़ जाता है. So there is a point you come to, like just seed when it is thrown into the soil, it removes the shoots which go into the seeking for the sunlight, and the roots that go down. So the roots may get damaged by a sharp stone that comes, but it still risks to grow, right? So growth is a risk, but that risk is something that we all love. That's why we are at Management Me School of Confidence. So thank you, boys. It was superb. We go forward with the next team, Karina and Rishon. Take it over from you.
Yes, Rishon,
ma'am.
Rishon will
Yes.
start first.
Yes, Rishon.
Yeah, let me share this.
Just
Can
a
you see
minute,
me?
just a minute, let me pin Karina also. So stop sharing, let me pin her, and then you start sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, just a minute. Is it possible, Karina, for you to come a little higher?
Is this fine?
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Yes, Rishon. You can
Yes,
share.
can you see the screen, ma'am?
Yes, I can.
So I'm starting. How to be the best at what you do. So to need to be best, first you need to set your clear goals, define your success, clearly articulate what success look like in your field. If you are into engineering or into architecture, first decide what that field will actually get you to, and will you like it or not, what you are becoming from that field. And smart goals. Uh, Set your goals in a smart way. Don't be like those person like sheep in horde going in one direction for one single job. Like there are many placements from the college which they gives you, but only like out of 300 500 students, only few like 20 to 30 students are
Get
able to
selected.
get selected, right?
Rishon, can you increase the volume
Of
of your
my
voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
Actually, can you hear me now clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. So defining success and personal goal, understanding your strength. First of all, you need to understand your strength. At how much can you progress ahead in your field than others? If you can progress for too much than the others, like you may be able to get job in Google if you know CSS and HTML,
Hey,
or
job in
maybe
Google.
yes,
Even that is my dream ask.
nice one.
Super.
And maybe able to get into a good a game development company like Activision and famous companies like Rockstar Games behind the development of Grand Theft Auto series and Call of Duty series. Those are like very multi-billion dollar companies, and many of my friends are also dedicated going in that company, and they are been practicing hard for that day and night. So measure
Rishon,
your
again, your voice is going. I think you need to speak a little louder.
Oh, actually, I'm speaking louder, but for some reason the microphone is not picking up my voice. Now, can you hear me
I can hear you, but what happens? You start with a loud voice, then it goes down.
now?
So you
Okay,
maintain that.
ma'am. Yes, 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 sure.
Okay.
So measure your progress. So first of all, why first you need what you have done, set your clear goal for the success, and then measure your progress. That the work and dedication you are putting into that work, is it really that enough for getting a job in good company, or you need to put more efforts to get selected by those companies, and then
Very
get
nice.
and then embrace challenges. So you may face many challenges, like various challenges. Maybe it may be experience challenge, lack of experience, or maybe not able to deal with the problems immediately. Like it may be small problem, but you may uh, not be able to deal with it. And first of all, communicate with your team, whatever team you have, maybe of 5 or 10. It's very important to communicate with your team. If you think you alone can do the project, half the part of the project, it will not go well. Trust me, I have done this. Let me share you an example. 2 years ago, we were assigned a project of actually handwritten character recognition project. So we were actually five of them. So one person knows how to do the coding stuffs and all the internal things. So he did it. And what we did is make UI for the app, and one deal with the CSS and HTML for the website, and etc. So when the time came up for explaining these things to the teacher and the external for the exam, that person who wrote the code was able to explain everything related to that code what he did. But when it came to us, we were like question mark, because we never thought about that the external will ask us also from that code, because what we did was wrong thing was actually divided the work, all the work between every one of them, that wo uska dikhega, he will see what his
Yeah,
work is, and didn't care about others what he is doing. We didn't understand about what he did. And we didn't even bother asking each other how his work has been
super.
done or not. And that's a good hit for us, like
Right.
cost us marks, like out of like 100 we got 60, because out
Oh,
of five of them, four of us was not able to explain what it was. Little
okay.
bit things like function definings, and that's we were able to explain, but then
Hmm.
some advanced things came and we were not able to explain it.
Okay.
So don't do that. Always communicate with your team what they are doing. So developing growth mindset. For that, you need to be embrace challenges and continuously learning. Always stay updated to what you are doing, because there are every day something new comes up, challenges or maybe new problems, or maybe new technology comes up every day.
Hmm.
So you need to be always stay updated to what you are doing. And skill enhancement. There are certain things and certain places where you need to enhance your skill in a way like communication skill, time management skills, and is talking respectfully to others. And most importantly, don't get angry when someone tells you to in develop yourself more betterly.
Correct.
And yes, so
So,
practice yes, continue.
I'll continue now. So as our topic is, and as he explained, like how can we be best at what we do? So personally, being best, all of us want to have our ultimate goal in life is to gain respect, or
Hmm.
uh, rather be successful in life. So we are at a utility with ourselves,
Hmm.
which the least which everybody wants to do in life.
Hmm.
So through that, like we've heard so many speeches by the Google CEO, Tim Cook, Apple CEO, currently the Apple CEO, and certain many more big personalities. What is their main goal? Like, what did they do to to reach this level of success? So basically, the only thing which they first said was like they were clear about their goal.
Right.
They were clear about their goal. They had a big goal achieved, but to get through that, to achieve that big goal, they had a strategy, they had a pattern which had lined up, and one of that included was setting small goals to achieve the big goal.
Hmm.
Because in one night, obviously, you can't say that I'm going to earn $1 million tomorrow. It's not going to
Correct.
happen.
Correct.
Slowly, as he said, like developing a growth mindset, developing a learning time management, being very, what can I say, like being continuously, you're able to grow. You have a
Consistent.
consistent, yes, like that. So basically, these all are a part of strategies that help you grow to achieve that big goal. Now, personally, I'm sharing one of my experience. So one of my friend, she's a nerd. Although always like whatever teachers used to say that you have homework, you have to submit it. Even if the teachers forgot it, she was like, hey, ma'am, you forgot to take our homework. All of the class, most of the class didn't like her. The whole class were like, why are you still with her? Like they won't like you. The school, like, you won't be very liked in front of the other students if you stay with her. But one thing, as I talked to her, she was very clear. Like, I want to know where I'm making mistakes, whether it be my study or whether it be my life.
So nice.
Yes. So from her, that was the one thing which I learned. And as Atharva, I think Atharva said,
Huh.
ki, you don't want to be liked, you want to be
Huh.
respectful, you want it to
Yes.
be respected. So that aligned with my thought, just like how he said right now.
Yeah, one moment, Karina. So very nice point that you spoke about your friend, and she's so dedicated to her purpose,
Yes.
right? And she wants to know where she's wrong, where she's right. So as I think even in the previous slide you mentioned, seek for continuous feedback.
Yes.
And I think the previous group also told, measure your success, or rather you said measure your success,
Hmm.
right? So how do you measure where you have reached and then move forward? Correct. So that
Yes.
also helps you to become better at whatever you're doing. And that's how you become best. Very
Yes.
valid point. Very valid point. Go forward.
Yes. So, like, as in this slide, it itself says, like, how can you update your skills and expertise? Like, one of it is continuous learning. It aligns with my example, like how she was still, even though she knew that the whole school thinks of her as a nerd and
Hmm.
like it's like teacher's pet and everything, she did not have a double mind about it. What if I'm not like? What if I don't? Because
Correct.
at the end goal, she knows that my success and what respect they will have for me will speak for itself.
Correct. Very nice.
Yes. So as the slide itself shares, like showcases, and it aligns with my point, like continuous learning, seek mentorship. In this case, she seeked mentorship by her teachers.
Hmm.
Like where I'm going wrong in my
Yeah.
study, in my
Yeah.
home, and then by seeking the mentorship, the feedback, she had a practice. Like
Hmm.
here there is, as there's written that just practice.
True.
Yeah, you can move to the next slide. So, like positive attitude, like again, aligning it with at the back of mind, obviously, everybody wants to be very liked and want to be acceptable in the group.
Hmm.
And by doing that, even though you think, oh my God, this person might be thinking this about me and that about me, it is not, it may not be always true because at everybody's life, we are main characters of our life. Somebody might think about us, somebody might not think about us. So at the end of the day, it's us who has the positive mindset. Like even if you don't think about somebody else, what they might be thinking about you, it wouldn't care. They
Hmm.
wouldn't like it wouldn't make a difference. Personally,
True.
if you keep a positive attitude, like how it says, optimism, resilience, and adaptability. In this, you are resilient to the other people's comment.
Hmm.
I said. Adaptability, once you're resilient, you automatically adapt to your own thoughts first, then rather than listening to other people's thoughts.
Hmm.
Optimism, then you soon itself just work in a very productive way. As we've said, as in the last class, we also discussed the quote as in the thing we discussed, like positive thinking does not guarantee success, but
Yes.
negative thinking will guarantee failure,
True.
as you said in the last class which we discussed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next slide, please. So as we said, like coming to our main topic, like how can we be best at what we are? As I said, ultimately everybody wants to be successful. So these are just the patterns, and these patterns include being like goal oriented, as we've just said, like how Rishon also said himself at the starting of the presentation, goal oriented to seek inspiration by others and
Hmm.
to separate like obviously at the end of the day you should not feel very, oh, I could have done this also, I could have done this also. At last you
But
need to,
just enjoy.
yes, you to be content by yourself, like you achieved what you could have done, what was in your reach.
True.
So that also makes a very big role in being successful, in being best at what you could do, because we can't achieve everything in just one life. Like life is too short for that.
That was a good sentence, and specifically
Yeah.
for me, because I want to achieve everything in one life. So thank you for bringing that reality check that not necessary that if I don't reach 1 billion in this lifetime, I will definitely reach in next lifetime. Thank
So
you.
yes, basically, so and to conclude, it's basically just how you are achieving, how you're setting patterns for yourself, and how consistent you are. Like at the other group also said, like time wasters, it makes
Mm,
a major role. It plays
mm,
a major role in following those patterns.
mm.
So both of us, we align to the same thing. It's just now we have to make sure that we follow it.
True.
So, ma'am,
Yeah.
in the end, I would like to give you an example of a person named Alan Turing. Are you aware of it?
Alan
Turing.
Turning. No, I'm not aware.
Yes, ma'am. He was the first guy in the 1936 who made computer science possible today, and was a guy who nearly made AI, the very first AI in 1936.
1936.
Yes, during
Yeah.
the World War II era. So, ma'am,
Mm,
what was about him is that he faced some challenges in schools a lot. He was getting bullied a lot, but what his main and right hand was, he was good in mathematics and science. And in
mm,
those times when newspapers were passed a lot,
mm,
so in that there was a little game Like we have now Sudoku, and there was a
Huh,
problem solving games in those
huh,
newspaper. He
huh,
used puzzle solving game. So he used to
huh,
solve each and every type of puzzle in those game, and he was a very perfect and excellent person for doing those jobs.
mm,
So after a few years, there was a war between England and Germany.
mm,
So Germany had a machine named Enigma, and Enigma used to German Enigma code. So it used to uh, pass radio messages in a form of codes.
mm,
So there was no way for the England's, or we can say English, to
mm,
crack those codes, because there were like billions of possibilities. What can it be?
mm.
One person did the math on it, and he said that if 5 person sit in a room and try to break that one code, it will take them like 60 million years for that one code to be broken.
One code to be prepared.
Yes, because
Okay.
no, one code to be broken down in 24 hours. No, one code to be broken down. And in every 24 hours a day, the code always changes to something else. So it will change to something else, maybe can be anything.
Uh,
So to counter that Enigma machine, what Turning did with his team, he made a machine called Christopher.
uh,
So Christopher, first of all, it was a little bit of failure, because the thing about Christopher was it was used to crack the code, but it was
mm,
taking too much time, more than 24 hours to crack the code. But in 24-hour time format, what happens is it changes the code always time,
correct.
the Enigma machine. So what it did, there was a very famous line of Hitler, Adolf Hitler at those time, that was Heil Hitler. That
Uh,
was a consistent thing in those code words. So what he did, made it consistent. Instead of finding every single code, he made that at the end of the sentence there will always be a sentence Heil Hitler. So instead of decoding that, it needs to decode only previous sentences. Maybe hi. The most of the sentences contain what is the weather today, what's the time, and the current radio signals, and
mm,
what's up with the battlefield and war, and if they are short on soldier or resources. Because
mm,
of their machine, they were able to intercept their German army in, I think it was Indian Ocean.
mm.
Yes, Indian Ocean, and able to rescue their hostages. For more than 50 years, ma'am, nobody knew how the England were able to intercept and defeat Germans. After 50 years, it was leaked, not, it was actually told by the government that there's the guy who made this machine, Alan Turing, made it possible.
Mm,
But main problem was that he was homosexual. So what happened after the war? There was a girl. She loved him, but then he told him that he is a homosexual. But still, the woman kept loving him. Then what happened? He let her loose, means let her go away. Then she married a guy who was a soldier in the England. Uh, after the war, what happened is that the government came to know there were, I think so, 40,000 homosexual men were captured, and they were given two options: go in prison or take medications, yes, to change
mm.
them. So he was very fond of the machine he made named Christopher. He does not want to get away from his machine. So he took a year of medication. Then well, unfortunately, he did a suicide after 1 year of taking medications.
Oh my God,
That's
how
it.
brutal. So, it was really nice, this deep story that you had about the person who tried to crack the code that was given. So, I mean, it was very interesting, but I wanted to listen. I was just keeping my ears open to hear every word that you were saying. So it was a very thrilling story, and of course, something that we can always remember. I never knew the story, so thank you for adding light and adding
You're
value to
welcome,
today's
ma'am.
session. So thank you so much. I think you can stop sharing if you have done with it, or
Yes,
do we
ma'am.
need to have something else? Okay.
Yeah,
So, Mandar, no. Who's got a question?
ma'am, it's me.
Atharva. Yes, Atharva.
Yeah, so the movie said the story he told about, there is a movie on it also, The
Yeah.
Imitation Game, acted by Benedict
Imitation
Cumberbatch.
game.
Yes. Is there on
Oh,
Amazon Prime.
wow. Very
That's
nice.
the story of, like, he laid the
Wow.
foundation of the first computer, and
Acha.
still he was not
Okay.
treated good over there in the Brit because he was homosexual.
So one of the things about being the best in what you do is you become a lone player, because the top of the ladder is never crowded, right? So that is one thing that you need to be comfortable with. And it's very saddening. So, and not only that, once you are seen and heard because you are best at what you do, there is possibilities of people trying to find out faults with you, even if it is not a fault, like in the previous case that he spoke about. It's not wrong to be homosexual. But then because he was so passionate about what he was doing, he was even ready to take medication. So these are the flip sides of being the best at what you do. So I remember a time when I became the vice principal, and they were my friends, who was my friends as teachers, who started staying away from me. And I used to feel, what's wrong? I was the same person, but of course my post was changed. And when I asked them, they said, no, no, now you're the vice principal. No, now we can't be your friend. And that was so hurting. But then I realized that yes, when you transform, your past looks like somebody else's past. And even if you want to go back to that, they will not recognize you because you already changed. So let me share with you a story about, I know we are overshooting time. So maybe the story I'll tell some other time. I think I should give opportunity for Malay to speak about whatever he heard and what is his idea. And then Vidhi shall share about the conclusion part of today's session. Yes, Malay. Whatever you heard today, I think this is a good time for you to analyze what they said and be like a judge today on how they presented themselves.
Yeah, so I learned like commitment and hard work are the key to like being respected and not being liked. Like being respected is the best part.
Hmm.
And from the team two, like team one presentation, I learned that I can't say like, but yeah, it was nice. A good learning session.
It was nice. It was a little too much content for you to absorb at one
Yes,
time.
yes,
So,
yeah,
had it been treated with a little bit of time, you would be able to remember it.
yes.
Yes.
And they
So,
had two long stories, so to remember them, it takes time.
yes, 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 very true. But still, however long the story, you can actually make it more interesting. Of course, there are just few days that you have joined in, so definitely the art of storytelling is to be mastered. Even now, I'm on the verge of mastering the art of storytelling. So it takes time, and with time will come finish, and then things will definitely be done. So, Vidhi, we need to know what you think about it now. And what is your idea about how to be the best in what you do? Hello, Vidhi, are you there? By the time Vidhi comes back, this is what I have to say. So I'll pin myself. Okay. So work on yourself, not on your job. Consistently putting yourself in situations where others can only dream of. So if you want to be the best in what you do, you need to dare to do what others won't dare to do. Okay. Don't copy other people, make them copy you. That means be a trendsetter. Try to do something new. People are going to definitely criticize you, and you should be okay with it. Because there is one saying which says, um, people mock me because I'm different, and I understand that they are all the same. People mock me because I'm different, but I understand that they are all the same. So if you're different, you definitely stand apart. And definitely because you are different, you cannot be mediocre. Mediocrity for me is a crime because you have exceptional qualities. And if you understand your qualities, you will definitely become that exceptional you. So continuously working on yourself, on your skills, irrespective of whatever people say, you can push yourself to be your best. Now, stay in love with the process. ये रास्ते मंजिल से भी बेहतर लगने लगे हैं ये रास्ते. So the process is more important. If you enjoy the process, you will go on scaling newer heights. Never forget, most important thing, never forget why you're doing it. Why are we here today? Why are we sharing our ideas with the world? Because we want to create a revolution of thinking. We want to think right so that we do something which nobody others do. That means you need to take yourself to be your best version, and pushing yourself to rise and grow every time consistently on your path towards success is something that each and every one of you is capable to. So if you, by your own example, can inspire even one person, I would say that you have done your work. So to conclude, we ask Vidhi as to what is her perception about how to be the best in what you do. Yes, Vidhi.
To be the best in what you do, you must first define what is the success means to you. So to me, success will be to get the profession that I enjoy. As as of now, it is the hotel management. So soon it will be finalized. Next step is to set clear goals and develop a plan to achieve them. For example, I put my 200% into getting grades in 12th and clear the entrance exams. Mm, So next step is to continue strive for improvement and never settle for mediocrity. So it will involve lots of sacrifices like television time, social media, and studying at least 4 hours a day. So fourth is embrace challenges and opportunities for growth and never be afraid to seek the guidance to learn from others. Here it will be a little difficult as I am not disciplined as much as I should be. But I will definitely aim for it. Finally, stay focused, disciplined, and resilient in the face of setbacks. Most importantly, believe in myself and my power of hard work and determination of reaching our dreams. Thank you.
Nice. Give them all a huge round of applause. It was a wonderful discussion. Thank you all for being here on Secrets of Living a Full Life. And yes, I'm sure you must have enjoyed this discussion on how to be the best at what you do. So, as I say always, we are not here just to give you some gyan, but we are here to help you to implement whatever that we have discussed. So, true implementation will lead you to success. So, whatever you do, whatever formulas you have for success, act now. So please stay online. I will now switch off from the YouTube live, but I need to give you some instructions and feedback about today's session. Each and every one of you have contributed, and thank you so much for your discipline and consistency that even at 8:30 you have come after winding up all your work and contributing to this discussion. So gratitude for the same, and thank you audience for watching. Stay blessed. This is Vijay Tushar, Leadership Development Catalyst, signing off for now. Shubh Ratri. Have a good night and sleep well. God bless you. One thing that you have to think before you go to sleep is that yes, you can be the best that you can be. Thank you.